Hey guys, just finished watching The Cube. I got to admit, I was without internet for the whole weekend, and when lighting here, when I actually saw Neil's review of the video before I even saw I watched the videos in reverse, which I shouldn't have done, but I thought that he was reviewing the new Cube. I don't know if you are aware of it, but there is a new movie, The Cube, and there's Hypercube, and there's Cube Zero, and it's a little trilogy um, about people trapped in cubes. But in this case, it's a much more literal, not so much existential questioning of what reality is, so much as a literal breakdown of society and critique on it. Sort of with what I'm not gonna I'm not even gonna get into it because we're on the old movie. I just wanted to say that I was confused because I thought Neil had the movie entirely wrong because I thought he was reviewing a different movie. But now that I've watched the movie that he was actually reviewing, I can see where he was coming from. Okay, so I didn't love it as much as you guys did. I didn't hate it, but I did not. I certainly don't love it as much as Jake does. I like a lot of stuff Jim Henson does, but more in a campy sort of, yeah, sort of, same reason I like Army of Darkness. It's not because it's good cinema or even that it makes you think much. It's just that it's, gets you here. And I can see if you're big into Jim Henson how this movie is sort of his kind of twisted and would definitely get you. And there were a lot of funny parts. I totally agree. My favorite line in the movie was like, it was almost, you almost missed it but I heard it and I had to rewind it and type it up because it was Dr. Badasky, could you spare a moment? I've got a platypus down the hall with a nasty case of dysentery. I was like, are you serious? Best line ever. That might be an away message for me for a while because, wow. So yeah, there was that. There were also other funny bits. The gorillas bit was funny. Um, I'll be honest. I thought that the movie was teensy bit pretentious, but maybe that's because I'm used to a lot of people making existentialist what is reality stuff, and that kind of I don't know exploration in that direction. It always kind of gives me a headache, not because I can't handle it, because I think it's kind of stupid, and I'm sorry, but I do, and it's just that I feel like no ground can be gained. But in terms of, I agree with you, Jake, in this movie, in terms of, I don't want to interpret it, because quite frankly, I mean, it goes out and tells you everything that it could be. I mean, there are other options that you can come up with, but, like, it's intentionally vague so that you can interpret it the way you want to interpret it. And when I can tell that a movie's doing that, I just don't interpret it. And unless I'm really attached to the characters, and I really want to force an interpretation into the movie so that I'll like it more, I'll generally be like, all right, so there was this option or there was this option. Perfect Blue is an anime that has a similar thing where it doesn't really tell you what's going on, but you kind of have to figure it out. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Very very crazy stuff with the you're dead. This is a science experiment. Are you crazy? Maybe you're on television. Blah 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 blah. There was one actor who I thought was awful, and it was the chick that comes in initially and starts making out with him. I thought she was a terrible actress. I'm not sure why. I didn't mind the lack of technology and the special effects. Jake, you mentioned that. I was totally cool with it. I just her acting just got me, and I was like, Um, I didn't take note that Jim Henson was one of those scientists, but I'm no, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna go back and look, but I believe you. Um, I don't know what else to say about it. I agree. It should be on DVD. I probably would not buy it, but it should be on DVD. It's good enough to be on DVD. I would say, but like I said, I'm not in love with it. I don't hate it. It didn't. I guess the message didn't blow my mind. It was just kind of an existentialist look on reality as to, oh, you're bleeding strawberry jam. Owned. Uh, I'm sorry. That's all I got. Ultimately, kind of, it's makes you think more than most movies that have come out in the last 10 years, I would say. So I give it props for that. And it does really make you, I was watching the whole movie, really trying to figure out what was going on. If you were tripping acid or stoned while watching the movie, I'm sure you would fucking love it. So if you are interested in that, totally watch it. Other than that, yeah, I don't know, the whole projection thing, that was, I mean, I'm sure at the time, if someone had been like, dude, we're all projections. Yeah, that, whoa. But I'm not like that. All right, I'm gonna edit this. Overall, it was a movie that I would suggest people watch because it's like an hour long, and it would be something that you could certainly critique in some sort of sociology class, or just if you enjoy watching that sort of thing. If you like Jim Henson, certainly watch it because I don't know. I want to say it's very his style, but I don't really. I mean, I'm used to seeing stuff like Labyrinth, like Dark Crystal, like you said, stuff like that, The Muppets. And I guess I don't see enough of him in this. I mean, he does have sort of that dark, subverted humor. He's got a very weird mind, but I think this is a different side of him, and I think it sort of broadens his repertoire in cinema. All right, see ya.